Marin Shakespeare Company's Shakespeare for Social Justice programs, production of A Comedy of Errors by William Shakespeare. I'm going to, did I distribute programs?
No, not. Where are they?
I've been like busy since this first section. So the programs are all in here. I will give them to be distributed. Also actors, make sure you guys get a copy of the programs. Come help distribute programs. So a couple of things I'm going to just tell you before the show starts, just to help understand a little bit of this play. This play, Comedy of Errors, is a comedy about errors, and specifically, it's a story of mistaken identity. It's a story about two sets of twins who end up who are separated at birth, but then end up being in the same town. And when they are all in the same town, they are all mistaken for each other, and much mayhem ensues because they are mistaken for each other. So, just for clarity, I'm going to because we are talking about identical twins, I'm going to start by just quickly, before we get started, showing you who are our identical twins. So I need my two Dromios to come up for just a moment first. So here are my two Dromios. Luckily, the two Dromios are very much dressed alike at this moment. These gentlemen are identical twins, all right? Just accept. These guys are two identical twins. Good. All right, good. Those Dromios will go away. Good. And now, can I have the antipholuses come out? So quickly. And these two guys are also identical twins. So again, just accept. They are identical twins.
It's the Sergeant Pepper jacket.
That's right. And the other thing I want to clarify before we get started on this escapade. A couple of things. One is some people are going to be holding their scripts, and some people have their lines memorized. So, that's also going to be something that we play with as the show goes on. So don't be. It's not so much that it's not a mistake that people are holding their scripts. That's where we've gotten to in the rehearsal process. As you guys probably, if anybody might know, it's not always easy to memorize lines, and we had a shortened rehearsal schedule this time. So there are some people holding scripts, other people's working on their lines. Sometimes people will call for a line if necessary. Somebody might help them out with a line. There's all kinds of excitement that's going to be going on. The other thing that we're doing, the final thing before we get started, that I want to tell you about is that we're going back, what we're doing at this institution, and I consider it to be quite special, is we're going back to something that was traditionally done in Shakespeare's time, which was, since women were not allowed on the stage when Shakespeare was writing in the 16th and early 17th century, all the roles were played by young men, boys or young men. Like a boy would play Juliet, like a teenager boy or a young would play Juliet, for example, in Romeo and Juliet. And so we're doing that too. We're having all of our female characters are played by women. And just to keep the gender switching going, we have a couple of male characters that are being played by women, by me and Leslie Currier, who's over there, who our original Angelo is in quarantine, we found out today. So she's having to take over the role of Angelo, which was originally by Scotty on the program. Leslie is stepping in just today. She had a rehearsal just before this in order to play that role. And I'll be also playing a small role called the Second Merchant. So it's just crazy in all kinds of ways out there. The show, I want to get the show done on time, so I'm going to actually kind of get going and we'll just see what happens. But I will open it up to the cast to tell me something vital that I've forgotten, if I've forgotten. They know that I tend to get it to be a space cadet and then launch into things without.
We're ready to play.
Come
on, let's go.
All right, good. Excellent.
That's right.
Well, I will put on my turban and we will start the show. Welcome to the Comedy of Hey, get your tapestry here. I got some
Vagina.
Vagina for sale.
fall, and by doom of death and woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more.
No!
I am not partial to infringe our laws, for since the mortal and intestine wars, twixt thy seditious countrymen and us, it hath solemnly been decreed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, that at any of Ephesus be seen at any Syracusan marching fairs, come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies. Unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount to 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die!
This be my comfort when thy words are done. My woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusian, say in brief the cause, why thou departed from thy native home, and for what cause thou came to Ephesus.
Well, a heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. In Syracuse I was born and wed unto a woman happy but for me.
Married. No, not yet. Now you're married.
With her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages I often made to Epidamnum. Soon she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons. And which was strange, the one so like the other as could not be distinguished but by names. That very hour in the selfsame inn, a meaner woman was delivered of such a burden. Male twins, both alike. Those, for their parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my sons. My baby! One trip, time being to be home returned, alas, too soon we came aboard. A league from Epidamnum we had sailed before the always wind-obeying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. But soon we knew we couldn't retain much hope. The seas gave warrant of immediate death. The sailors sought for safety from our boat and left the ship, then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful for the latter born, had fastened him unto a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him, one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on whom our care was fixed, fastened ourselves at either end of the mast. You guys are all fastened? Okay. And floating straight, obedient to the stream, was carried towards Corinth, as we thought. At length the seas waxed calm, and we discovered 2 ships from far making amain to us. Corinth that, of Epidarius this, but ere they came, let me say no more, gather the sequel by that which went before.
Oh, no! Forward, old man, do not break off so. For we may pity, though not pardon you.
Well, okay then. Now, ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock.
Crash!
Our helpless ship was splitted in the midst, making an unjust divorce of us. Her part, poor soul, was carried with more speed before the wind, and in our sight they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought. At length another ship had seized on us, and for safety homeward did they bend their course. Thus you have heard me severed from my bliss. By my misfortunes was my life prolonged, to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
What hath befallen them and thee until now?
My youngest boy, at 18 years, became inquisitive after his brother, and with his attendant, so his case was like, reft of his brother, went in the quest of him. Too soon I lost all of whom I loved. 5 summers have I spent in furthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and coasting homeward came to Ephesus, hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life, and happy were I in my timely death, could all my travels warrant me they live.
That was he gone, whom the fates have marked to bear the extremity of dire mishap. But thou art adjudged to death, and past sentence may not be recalled. Yet I will favor thee if I can. Therefore, merchant, you have this day. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus. Beg thou, borrow, make up the sum, and live.
I'm really a little short.
No, then thou art doomed to die. Officer, take him into custody.
We will, my lord.
Hopeless and helpless doth the Aegean wend, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
Therefore, you are of Epidamnum, lest your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day, a Syracuse merchant was apprehended for arrival here, and not able to buy out his own life, according to the statutes of our town. Died ere the very sun set in the west. Here is your money that I had to keep.
Go, bear it to the centaur where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour, it will be dinner time. Till that, I'll view the manners of this town. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, heaven so good. Amen.
What, will you walk with me about the town, and then go to my inn and dine with me?
I crave your pardon. Soon at 5 o'clock. Please you, I'll meet with you upon the mark, and come part with you until bedtime. Until then, my present business calls me from you now.
Farewell till then. I will go lose myself and wander up and down to view the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to mine own content commends me to the thing I cannot get. I to the world am like a drop of water that in the ocean seeks another drop. Who, falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them, unhappy, lose myself.
Go.
What now? How chanced thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon? Rather approach too late. The captain burns and the pig falls from the spit. The clock has struck 12 upon the bell, and my mistress has struck 1 upon my cheek. Fine.
She is hot.
She is hot. She is so hot because the meat is so cold. The meat is so cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have broke your fast. But we know what 'tis to fast and pray are penitent for your default today.
Stop in your wind, sir. Pray tell me this. Where have you left the money that I gave you?
Oh, 6 pence? For my mistress crupper? Well, the saddler had it. I paid him for it.
I am not in the sport of humor now. Tell me and dally not, where is my money?
I, from my mistress, come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will score your fault upon my payment.
Come, Dromio, come. These jests are out of season. Reserve them until a merrier time than this. Where is the gold that I gave thee in charge?
To me, sir? Why you gave me no gold?
Come on, sir knave. Have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge was but to fetch you from the mart, home to your house, the Phoenix, sir. My mistress and her sister wait for you.
Where is the 1,000 marks thou hadst of me?
I have some marks from you upon my pate. I have some my mistress's upon my shoulders. 1,000 marks? Nah, not between the two of you.
Thy mistress's marks? What mistress hast thou?
Your mistress? The one from the Phoenix? She doth fast to you come home for dinner. And prays that you will hie your ass home to dinner.
What? Wilt thou flop me onto my face? Being forbid. Take that, sir knave!
Take heels!
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain is overwrought. Of all my money, they say this town is full of cousinage. If it proves so, I will be gone the sooner. I'll go to the centaur to seek my man. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the man has
Donna. It's 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the mark he's gotten somewhere to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty, though go or come, so be patient, sister.
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
Because their business still lies out of door.
Look, when I serve him so, he takes it ill.
Oh no, he is the bridle of your will.
There'll be none but asses bridled so.
Why, headstrong liberty is lashed with woe.
Your servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not this, the troubles of the marriage bed.
But, were you wedded, you would bear some sway.
If ever I earned love, I would obey.
How if your husband starts some other where?
Well, I will marry one day, put to try. Here comes your man. Now your husband is nigh.
Say, is your tardy master now at hand? Say,
Now, sir,
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me.
he's at 2 hands.
Page 11.
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and that my 2 ears can witness, I scarce could understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully thou could not feel his meaning?
Nay, he struck me so plainly, I could feel his blows.
but I say, prithee, is he coming home? It seems he hath great care to please his wife.
But sure, he's stark mad. Stark mad, he is. When I desired him to come home, he asked me for 1,000 marks in gold. 'Tis dinner time, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will the pig, the meat doth burn, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Will you come home, quoth I. My gold, quoth he. Where are the 1,000 marks I gave thee, villain? The pig, quoth I. It burnt. My gold, quoth he. My mistress, sir, quoth I. Hang up thy mistress. I know not thy mistress. Quoth who? Quoth my master. I know, quoth he, no house, no wife, no mistress. And in conclusion, he beat me there.
Go back again and fetch him home.
For God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back now, or I will break thy pate.
Am I so round with you, as you with me, that it's like a football? You does spurn me thus, and you spurn me hence, and spurn me hither. If I last in this service, you must case me in leather.
Sister, how impatience lowereth on your face.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, or else what lets it, but he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. With that alone he would detain, so he would keep fair quarter with his bed. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I will weep what's sent away, and I'll weeping die.
How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
I was out earlier. Money? Anyone, please? Money? Not air money. Actual money would be nice. Somebody. Or air money. Great.
I got a suit.
I'll be back later.
The gold I gave to Romeo is laid up, and he has wandered forth. See, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merry humor altered? As you love strokes so just with me again. You know no centaur? You receive no gold? Your mistress sent me to have me home to dinner? My house was at the Phoenix? Wast thou mad, that thou so madly didst answer me?
Why answer, sir, when spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, not half an hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence, home to the centaur, with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold's receipt and told me of a mistress and a dinner for which I hope thou feltst I was displeased.
I am glad to see you're in this merry vein. What means this is, I pray your master tell me.
Yea, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Thinkest thou I jest? Hold, take that!
Oh!
And that!
Oh! Oh, man, hold, sir, for God's sake, I pray, sir. Why am I beating?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beating.
Shall I tell you why?
Ah, sir, and wherefore? For they say, every why hath wherefore.
Why, first, for flouting me, and then, wherefore? For urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beating out of season, when in the why and the wherefore is neither wine nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
Nay, sir, for this something that you gave me for nothing.
I'll make you amends next to give you nothing for something. But say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants what I have.
What's that?
Basting.
Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's a time for all things. But soft, who offs us yonder?
Hi, Antipholus. Look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspect. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. The time was once when thou urged, wouldst thou, that never words were music to thine ear, that never object pleasing to thine eye, that never a touch well welcome to thy hand, that never meat sweet savor to thy taste, unless I spake, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. Oh, how comes it now, my husband, how comes it that thou art thus estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it being strange to me, that undividable, incorporate, and better than thy dear self's better part.
Plead you to me, fair dame? I know you not. In Ephesus, I am but 2 hours old.
Ah, brother, how the world has changed with you. When will you want to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Dromio.
By Dromio?
By me?
By thee, this, thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and in his blows denied my house for his, me for his wife.
Did you, sir, converse with this gentle woman?
I, sir? I never saw her this time.
Why? Villain, thou liest, for even her very words did thou deliver to me on the mart.
I never spat with her in all my life.
How can she thus call us by our names, unless it be by inspiration?
How ill it gravities for you to counterfeit thus grossly with your servant.
To me she speaks, she moves for me her theme. What, was I married to her in a dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all this? What error drives our eyes and ears amiss? Unless I know this sure uncertainty, I'll entertain the offered fallacy.
Dromio, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads, I cross me for a sinner. This is the fairyland. Oh, spite of spites. We talk with goblins, owls, and spiders. If we obey them not, this will ensure they'll suck our breath or pinch us black and blue.
Why prattlest thou to thyself and answerest not, Dromio? Thou drone, thou snail, thou slug, thou sot.
I am chancellor, master, I am not.
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in mind and in my shape.
Thou hast thine own form.
No, I am an ape.
Thou art transformed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis true. She rides me, and I long for grass. 'Tis so, I am an ass. Else it could never be, but I should know her as well as she knows me.
Come, sir, to dinner. Dromio, keep the gate. Come, sister. Dromio, play the porter well.
Am I in earth, in heaven, or in hell? Sleeping or waking, mad or well advised? Known unto these, and to myself disguised? All say as they say, and persevere so, and in this midst of all the adventures, Go.
Master, shall I be order at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, or I will break your pate.
Come, Antipholus. We dine too late.
One banana, two banana, three banana, four, five banana, six banana, seven banana.
Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife ensures when I keep not hours. Say that I meet with you at your shop to see the making of her gold chain, and that tomorrow you will bring it home to me. But here's the villain that will face me down. He met me on the market, said that I beat him, and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did kidnap my wife in the house. Thou drunkard thou, what did thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir. I know what I know. That you beat me at the mark. I have your hands to show. If the skin were parchment and the blows you gave were ink, your own handwriting would tell you what I think.
I think thou art an ass.
An ass.
An ass.
Mary, so it doth appear. By the wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear.
You're sad. Signor Angelo, pray God our good cheer may answer my good will and your good welcome here.
I hold you're just as cheap, sir, and you're welcome, dear.
Oh, Signor Angelo, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Good meat, sir, is common, that every churl affords.
And welcome more common, for that's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
Aye, to a niggardly host and a more sparing guest. But soft, I think my door's locked. Go, bid them, let us in.
Mark, Bridget, Marion, Cecil, Gillian, Jin.
Marta, Horace, come on, Cox, come, idiot, hatch. Either get thee from the door or sit down at the hatch. Thou still conjure for wenches, thou calls for such store. When one is one, too many. Go get thee from the door.
What patch is made? My master stays in the street.
Let him walk from whence he came. Let he catch cold on feet.
Who talks in there? I'll open the door.
Right, sir. I'll tell you when, and you tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner. I'm not dying today.
Nor today, here you must not. Come again when you may.
What art thou that keeps me from the house I own?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Romeo.
Whoa, villain! Thou hast stolen my name and my office? The one here got me credit, the other lots of blame.
Thou villain, let me in! Thou villain, master.
Master, knock the door hard.
You cry for this man if I beat the door down.
Who is that at the door that keeps all this noise?
By my troth, your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? You would have come before.
Your wife? Sir Knave, go get you from the door.
Here's neither cheer, sir, nor welcome. We would fain have either. In debating which was best, we shall part with neither.
There's something in the wind that we cannot get in. Go, fetch me an iron crook.
Have patience, sir. Oh, let it not be so. Herein you war against your reputation, and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Be ruled by me. Depart in patience, and let us to the Tiger all for dinner. And about evening come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offer to break in, a vulgar comment will be made of it.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and in spite of mirth, mean to be married. I know a wench of excellent discourse, pretty and witty, wild and yet too gentle. There we will. There we will dine. To her, we go to dinner. Get you home and fetch the chain. By this I know it's made. Bring it, I pray you, to the porpentine. For there's the house. The chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife upon my hostess there. Good sir, make haste. Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere to see if they'll disdain me.
I'll meet you at that place some hour hence.
Do so. This jest will cost me some expense.
And may it be that you have quite forgot the husband's office shall, Antipholus, and even in the spring of love, thy love springs rot.
What?
Shall love in building grow so ruinous? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then for her wealth's sake use her with more kindness. Alas, poor woman, make us but believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us.
Sweet mistress, what your name is else, I know not. Nor by what wonder do you hit of mine. Less in your knowledge and your grace you show not than our earth's wonder, more than earth divine. Are you a god? Would you create me new? Transform me then, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then well I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed do homage do I owe. Far more to you do I decline.
What, are you mad that you do reason so?
Not mad, but mated, and how I do not know.
Tis a fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams, fair sun being by.
Tis where you should. It will clear your sight.
As good to wink, sweet love, as look on night. Why call you me love?
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister.
That's my sister.
No! It is thine self, mine own self's better part. My eyes, clear eye, my dear heart's dearer heart. My food, my fortune, and my sweet hopes aim, my soul earth's heaven, and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister sweet, for I am thee. Thee will I love, and with thee will lead my wife. Thou hast no husband, nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Oh, soft sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister. Get her goodwill.
Why, how now, Dromio, where thou runnest so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio, thou art a man, thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, besides myself.
What woman's man, and how besides thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman. One that claims me, one that hunts me, one that will have me.
What claim lays she to thee?
Sir. Such claims as you would lay to your horse, and she would have me as a beast. Not that I being a beast, she would have me, but that she being a very beastly creature lays claim to me.
What is she?
Wow. A very reverend body. She is a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
Sir, she's the kitchen wench and all grease, and I know, nor that us to put her to, but to make a lamp of her and run from her by her own light. I warn, her rags and the tallow in them will burn a hole in winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart, like my shoes, but her face nothing half so clean kept. For why? She sweats. A man may go over shoes in a grime of it.
That's a fault that water will mend.
No, sir. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Nail, sir, but her name and 3/4 out an L, and 3/4 will not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some breadth.
No longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She's a circle like globe. I could find out countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Whoa, Mary. In her buttocks. I found it out by bogs.
Where's Scotland?
I found it by the bareness hard in the palm of the hand.
What about Spain?
Whoa. Faith. I saw it not, but I felt it in her breath.
Where stood Belgium? The Netherlands.
Whoa. Oh, sir, I did not look so low. Oh, check this out, though. To conclude, this drudge laid claims to me, called me Dromio, swore I was assured to her, told me what private marks I had about me, as the marks of my shoulder, the mole in my neck, the great wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch. Man, and I think if my breast had not been made of faith and my heart of steel, she had transformed me to a dog and made me turn into a wheel.
Go. Hie thee presently post to the docks. See if the wind blow any way from shore. I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any ship put forth, come to the mart, where I will walk till thou return to me. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis time, I think, to trudge, pack, and be gone.
Feel you on that one, man. That's what a buried man would run for life. So fly I from here, that would be my wife.
There's none but witches do inhabit here, and therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul, doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister, possessed with such a gentle sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself. But lest myself be guilty to self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antipholus.
Aye, that's my name.
I know it well. Lo, here is the chain. I made it for the chain I meant to have met you at the Porpentine. The chain unfinished made me stay or long.
What is your will that I shall do with it?
What you please with it. I made it for you.
Made it for me, sir, I bespoke it not.
Not once nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it and please your wife withal. And soon, at supper time, I'll visit you and receive my money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now, for fear you'll never see chain nor money more.
You're a merry man. Fare you well.
What should I think of this, I cannot tell. But this I think there's no man so vain that would refuse such fair and offered chain. I see a man here needs not live by shifts, when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. All to the mart, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.
You know, since Pentecost the sum is due. Since that time I have not much importuned you, and nor had I not now, but I'm bound to Persia, and I want guilders for my voyage. Therefore, give me present satisfaction, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Even just the sum that I do owe to you is owed to me by Antipholus. And in the instant that I met you, he had of me a chain. At 5 o'clock I shall receive the money for the same. please you to walk with me down to his house. I'll repay my bond and thank you too.
That you may say, here it comes.
Hey.
When I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou, and buy a rope skin that I will bestow upon my wife and the Confederates, for locking down my doors by day. But so, I say to the goldsmith, get thee gone, buy thou a rope, and bring it home with me.
I buy 1,000 pounds a year, I buy a rope.
Hey.
A man is well helped up that trusts you. I promise your president the chain, but neither chain nor goldsmith came to me. Be like you thought our love would last too long if we were chained together, and therefore it came not.
Saving your merry humor, sir. Here's the note, how much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the fineness of the gold and chargeful fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more, and I stand indebted to this gentleman. I pray you see him presently discharged, for he is bound to sea, and stays but for it.
But I am not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business in the town. Good senor, take the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain, and bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, bear with you, because I've not come time enough.
Well, sir, I will have you the chain about you.
And if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir, give me the chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I, to blame, have held him here too long.
Yeah, the hour steals on. I pray you, sirs, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me? The chain.
Why, give it to my wife and fetch your money.
Come. You know I gave it to you even now. Either send the chain or send by me some token.
Where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say whether you will answer me or no. If not, I'll attach him by this officer.
I answer you? What shall I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know I gave it to you not half an hour hence.
You gave me none. You wronged me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Ha! Consider how it stands upon my credit.
All right, officer, arrest Angelo at my suit.
Whoa, we do. And in the Duke's name, obey.
This charges me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I arrest you by this officer.
Consent to pay that I never had. Arrest me, foolish officer, if you dare.
Arrest him, officer. If I would not spare my brother in this case, if he should scorn me so unfeelingly.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit.
I do obey thee till I give thee bail. But you, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop shall answer.
Sir, we will have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master, there's a ship, Epidemium, that stays but till her own comes up aboard. And then, sir, she bears away our baggage, sir. I have convoy aboard. They stay for not at all, but for their owner, master, and yourself.
How now, O madman? Why thou peevish sheep? What ship in Epidemium stays for me?
A ship you sent me to higher passage.
Thou drunken fool, I sent thee for a rope.
You sent me to the bay, sir, for a ship.
I will debate this matter in more leisure, and teach her ears to list me more heed. T.H. Ranaville and hide you straight. Give her this key, and tell her in the desk that's covered over with the Turkish tapestry, there's a purse of ducats. Let her send it till I'm arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hide ye, servant, be gone. Officers, to prison till it comes.
Adrian, that is where we dined. Renelle did claim me for her husband. She too big, I hope, for it to compass. Thereafter I must, although against my will, for servant must their master mine fulfill.
Alright, I'm back again for one lesson. Hasn't been going very well. I would like somebody to help me save my life. Who's that guy with the suit? I mean, I'll even take the suit. That's amazing. Something.
Oh, somebody gave him money, sucker. Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Did he plead in earnest, yea or no?
First, he denied you had in him no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then he swore he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
Then I pleaded for you.
And what said he?
First, he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Did it speak him fair?
Patience I beseech.
I cannot, nor I will not. Hold me still, my tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is crooked, deformed, old and sear, ill-faced, worse body, shapeless everywhere. Vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical and making worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such a one?
I think better than I say. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Hath I lost thy breath?
Woo.
Woo! How hast thou lost thy breath?
Here, go to the desk, the purse, the sweat. Now make haste. I haste, I lost my breath. Wow.
How did he lose his breath?
By running fast.
Where is thy master, Dromio?
Oh, no.
Is he well?
Oh, no. No, he's in Tartar limbo. Worse than hell.
Why, man? What's the matter?
I do not know, my master. He's arrested on the case.
What? Is he arrested? Tell me, at whose suit?
Oh, well, you sent him, mistress. We dumped the money in the desk.
Go fetch it, sister. This I wonder at. He unknown to me should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on a band?
No, on a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain. Oh, a chain. Do you hear it ring?
What, the chain?
Yeah. No, the bell. It's time that we're gone.
Sister. Here is the money, Dromio. Go and fetch thy master immediately and bring him home.
Oh, yes.
Go!
There is not a man I meet but doth salute me, as if I were their well-acquainted friend. And everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, others give me thanks for kindnesses. Sure, these are but imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers inhabit here. Where's my money? 39.
I fell behind. Okay, 39.
Master, here's the gold.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for.
What gold is this? I understand thee not. Is there any ship that put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Ooh, why, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the ship expedition put forth tonight. And then were you hindered by the officer, here are the angels that you sent
The fellow is distract, and so am I. And here we wander in illusions. Some blessed power deliver us from here.
Oh, Master Antipholus, I see, sir, you have met the goldsmith now. Oh, is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan, avoid, I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is that Mistress Satan?
It is the devil.
Wow, come not near her.
Your man and you are marvelous merry, sir. Will you go with me? We'll have our dinner there.
Avoid then, fiend. What thou tellest me of supping, thou art, as you all are, a sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or else this diamond for my chain you promised, and I'll be gone and trouble you no more.
Oh, some devils ask but the pain of one's nail, but she, more conquerors, would have a chain.
I pray you, sir, my ring, or else a chain. I sure hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Avaunt, thou witch! Come, Dromio, let us go.
Now, out of doubt, Antipholus is mad. Else would he never demean himself. One for other for a chain he denied me now. Be like his wife, acquainted with his fits. Shut on purpose, shut on his ways. My way now is to tell his wife that being lunatic, he ran into my house and took per force my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is just way too much to lose. Ooh, ooh!
Fear me not, I will not break away. I'll give thee, ere I leave thee, so much money to pay the debt that I am arrested for. My wife is in a wayward mood today. Here comes my man. So, I think he brings the money. How now, sir, have I sent you? Have I sent you for?
Here's I warrant you will pay them all.
Where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats billing for a rope.
I'll serve you, sir. 500 at that rate.
Good sir, be patient.
Nay, 'tis for me to be patient. I'm in adversity.
Good. Now, hold thy tongue.
Nay, rather persuade him to hold his hand.
My poor son, you senseless villain.
I would I were senseless, that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible with nothing but blows. As so is an ass.
I'm an ass indeed. You may prove that by my long ears. I've served this man right here from my nativity to this instant, and I have nothing at his service, but I have nothing at his hands for my service, but his blows. When I am cold, he heats me with beating. When I'm warm, he heats me with beating, cools me with beating. When I am wakened with it, when I sleep, raised with it, when I sit, driven out of doors with it, I bear it on my shoulders as a beggar wore her brat. And I think when he hath lamed me, I shall go door to door and beg for it.
Come, go. My wife is coming yonder.
Mistress, respect thy end, or rather, beware the rope's end.
While thou still speak.
How say you now? Is not your husband mad?
Good Dr. Pinch, you are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again.
Alas, how fiery and sharp he looks.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Come, give me your hand. Let me feel your pulse.
Here's my hand. And fit up on my ear.
I charge thee, Satan, housed within this man, to yield possession to my holy prayers. And to thy state of darkness hide thee straight. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven.
Peace, oaken wizard, peace. I am not mad.
Oh, that wert not thou poor distressed soul.
You meaning you? This companion with the saffron face, relevant feast at my house today, whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut and I denied to enter my house.
Oh, husband, God doth know you dined at home today.
Dined at home. Thou, villain, what sayest thou?
Sir, you did not dine at home today.
Were not my doors locked up and I shut out?
Your doors were locked and you were shut out, yes.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Yeah, she right there, she reviled you.
And did not I in rage depart from thence?
In verity you did, yeah.
Is it good to soothe him in these contraries?
It is no shame. The fellow finds his vein, and yielding to him, humors well his frenzy.
Thou hast suffered the ghostman to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Romeo here, who came in haste for it.
Money by me, sir? Why, heart and goodwill, surely, master, not a rag of money.
Went not thou to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to me, and I delivered it.
And I am witness with her that she did.
God and the rope maker bear witness. I was sent for nothing but this rope.
Mistress, both man and master is possessed. I know it by their pale and deadly looks. They must be bound and laid in some dark room.
Say wherefore didst thou lock me for today? And why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
And master, I received no gold, but I confess, sir, we were locked out today. She did it.
Dissembling villain, thou speak false in both.
Dissembling harlot, thou art false in all, and art confederate with the damn pack to make a loathsome object scorn of me. But with these nails I'll pluck out these false eyes, that thou would beholding me this shameful sport.
You bind him, let him not come near me.
More help, the fiend is strong in him.
Hide me, how pale and wan he looks. Thou officer thou, I am thy prisoner, without suffering them to make a rescue?
Masters, do not protest. Let him go. He is my prisoner. You shall not have him.
Go, bind this man, for he is frantic too.
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
He is my prisoner. Let him go, or I will be required to pay his bill.
I will discharge thee, ere go from thee. Bear me forthwith the credit that he owes, and I will pay his debt, knowing that it grows. Good Dr. Pinch, see him safely conveyed home. Oh, most unhappy days.
Oh, most unhappy scrumpet!
Go bear him thence. Sister, go you with me. Say, whose suit is he arrested at?
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What's the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how grows it due?
A chain.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but had it not.
When has your husband all been raised today, came to my house and took your ring away, the ring I saw upon his finger now? Surely after I meddled with a chain.
It may be so, but I did never see it. Come, officer, bring me to the goldsmith, and I long to know the truth here at large.
God, for thy mercy, they are loose again.
And they come bearing naked swords. Let us call for more help and have them bound again.
Away, they will kill us all.
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She'll be your wife. Oh, sure, that would be your wife. Now run from you.
I will not stay tonight for all the town, therefore away, to get our stuff aboard. Go.
I'm sorry, sir, that I have thus hindered you, but I protest he had the chain of me, which, though most Dishonestly, he did deny it.
Well, how is the man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir, of credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Oh, speak softly. Yonder, I think he comes.
'Tis so, and that chain about his neck which he forswore most monstrously to have, good sir, draw near me, I'll speak to him. Senor Antipholus, I wonder much that you would put me to this shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to myself, with circumstance and oath, so to deny this chain which now you wear so openly. Besides the charge, the shame, the imprisonment, you have done wrong to this my honest friend, who but for staying at our controversy had hoisted sail and put to sea today. That chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I have. I never did deny it.
That you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me deny it or forswear it?
These ears of mine. Why, thank you. These ears of mine, thou know'st did hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch. 'Tis a pity thou walkest where any honest man may resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove my honor if thou darest stand.
I do dare, and defy thee for a villain.
Hold her him not, for God's sakes, he is mad. Find Romeo and bear them home to my house.
Run, master, run! For God's sake, take time to house. This is some prayer in our week.
Get him! Chase music, please. I can't see them either. They're right in front of me.
Enter while we.
Wait.
Be quiet, people. Wherefore throng you hither?
To fetch my poor distracted husband. Hence, let us come in, that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
Oh, I'm sorry now. I did draw on him.
How long hath this possession held the man?
This last week, he hath been heavy, sour, sad, much different than the man he once was.
Hath he lost great wealth by wreck of sea, buried some dear friend? Hath not else his eyes wandered his gaze in loving long? A sin really much in youthful men who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows does he?
Well, to none of these, well, except maybe the last, namely some love that drew him often from home.
Well, for that you should have reprimanded him.
Why, so I did.
Aye, but not roughly enough.
As roughly as my modesty would let me.
Haply in private.
And in company, too.
Aye, but not enough.
In bed he slept not for my urging it. At board he fed not for my urging it. Alone, it was the theme of our discussion. In company I glanced at often. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And thereof came it that the man was mad. The jealous clamors of a jealous woman poison more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. The consequence then is thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from his use of wits.
Come, good people, enter. Lay hold on him.
No person shall enter my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary.
I will not hence and leave my husband here. And thus beseem your holiness to separate the husband and the wife.
Be patient and depart. I shall use all my means to find out if he's a formal man. With wholesome syrups and drugs and holy prayers to make him a formal man again. This is what I will do. So depart, you shall not have him.
Complain to the Duke of this indignity.
Come, go. I will fall prostrate at his feet, and not rise till my tears and prayers have won his grace to come here in person to take perforce my husband from the abbess.
Oh, by this I think that the dial points at 5. Yeah, see that? By this I think that the dial points at 5. Anon, the Duke himself in person comes upon this melancholy vale, to this place of sorry execution, behind the ditches of the abbey here. And you might ask, why? Well, it's to see a reverend Syracusan merchant who unluckily put into this bay against the laws and statutes of our town, beheaded publicly for this offense. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. See, by the way, I think he's coming right now. Now, here comes it. Oh, Neil, in front of his presence, yes. Dookie, yes.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly that if any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die, so much we tender him.
If any shall pay the sum for him, he shall not die.
Not die!
Justice, most sacred Duke.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to
Against
win.
the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be that she has done wrong.
May it please your grace. Antipholus, my husband, a most outrageous fit of madness took him. With him, his bondsmen, they hurried through the street, desperately taking jewelry, rings, anything that their rage did like. Along the way, I bound him and I sent him home. And with his master's approval, him and his attendant somehow got together and came back again and bent on us madly and chased us away till the rising of more aid. Then we came back again to bind him. Then they fled into this abbess here, thus we pursued them. And thus the abbess refused to let us in, shut the gates, and refused to suffer us to come in, nor let him come forth and let us bound him hence. Therefore, most gracious Duke, with thy command, let us have him borne forth to hence for his goodwill.
Go, some of you, knock at the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess come to me. I will determine this before I stir.
Shakespeare, save yourself. My master and his man both broke loose. They beat my maid and bound the doctor, whose beard they have singed off with brands of fire.
No!
And ever as it blazed, they threw on him great puddle of mire to quench the hair. And sure, unless you send some present help, between them both they will kill the conjurer.
No!
Peaceful, thy master and his man are here, and that thou you report is false.
Bloody hell. Upon my life, I tell you true. I have not breathed almost as I did see it. He cries for you, and vows that he could take you, to disfigure you. Hark, hark, I hear him, mistress. Fly, be gone.
Come, stand behind me and fear nothing.
It is my husband. Witness you that he born about invisible. Even now, we have housed him in the abbey here, and now he is here. It's past thought of human reasoning.
Justice, most gracious Duke, oh, grant me justice. Even for the service that long since I did thee, grant me justice.
That's the fear of death doth make me dope. I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there.
What? Me?
She has abused and dishonored me beyond imagination is the wrong, but she this day hath shamefully stolen me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, grave Duke, she shut the doors upon me, while she was heartless, feasting in my house.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, did thou so?
No, my good lord. Myself, he, and my sister today did dine together, and thus is false. He bothers me withal.
Luciana.
Oh, if Luciana were here, she'd say, I think we cut the Luciana's line here. Oh, perjured. Oh, you're right. It's actually Angelo. Perjured woman.
Oh, perjured woman. They are both forsworn. In this, the madman justly charges them. I was there.
But she's wrong, my liege. I am advised what I say. This woman locked me out this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could have witnessed it, for he was with me then.
I was.
Who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither. I went to seek him. In the street I met him, and in his company, that gentleman.
Oh, that's me. Right. Yeah.
There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I this day of him received the chain, which God he knows I saw not.
Yes, you did.
Right.
For the which he did arrest me with an officer. I did obey and sent my peasant home. For certain ducats, he with none returned. Then fairly I spoke to the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way we met, my wife, her sister,
Not here.
and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them, they brought one pinch. Where's this guy? They brought one pinch, a hungry lean face building who, gazing in my eyes, filling my pulse, cries out, I was possessed. Then all together, they fell upon me, bound me, bore me thence, and in the dark and dankest brought it home, there left me and my man, both bound together, till, gnawing with teeth, my bonds asunder, I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech, whom I must say is a beautiful duke, to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great iniquities.
My lord, in truth, thus far I witness with him that he dined not at home, but was locked up.
But had he a chain of thee or no?
Oh, he had, my lord. And when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck, didn't you? You saw that chain?
Yeah.
It was on his neck, didn't you? Yeah, my chain.
And besides that, these ears of mine did hear you forswore you had the chain after. No, we saw you say you had the chain after you were forswore it on the mark. And then you ran into this abbey here, from whence I think you are come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven. And this is false you burden me withal.
Why, what intricate impeach is this? Here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would have not pleaded so boldly. You say he dined at home, the goldsmith here denies saying. Sir, what say you? Sir, what say you?
What say I?
Yeah,
He dined at the Porpentine with her.
Okay.
He did, and from my finger again snatched that ring away.
This true, my liege. This ring I had of her.
You saw him enter the abbey here?
Yeah, we saw him enter the abbey. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Why, this is strange. Go, call to have it hither. I think you are all stark mad.
Most mighty Duke.
Abbess.
Vouchsafe me speak a word. Happily I see a friend who will save my life and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusian, what thou wilt.
Is not your name, sir, called Antipholus? And is that not your bondman, Dromio?
Within this hour, I was his bondman, sir, but I thank him not into my courts. Now, am I Dromio? I am his man unbound.
Why do you look so strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life. Till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last, and care-filled hours with time's deformed hand have written strange features on my face. But tell me yet, does that not know my voice?
Neither.
No.
Dromio, nor thou?
Sir, nor I.
Not know my voice, oh time's extremity! Hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue in 7 short years that here my only son knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? But 7 years since in Syracuse, boy, thou knowest we parted, but perhaps, my son, thou art shameless to acknowledge me in my misery.
The Duke and all men in the city can witness with me that ne'er seen Syracusa in his life. This is not so.
I tell thee, Syracusan, 20 years I have been patron to Antipholus, during which time he never saw Syracuse.
No.
I see thy age and dangers make thee dote.
Duke, most mighty Duke, I present the man most wrong.
Oh! Ah.
What is it?
My eyes deceive me, or I see 2 husbands.
Somebody say something?
Which is the natural man, and which is the spirit?
Aegean, art thou not? Or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, who hath bound him here.
Whoever bound, I shall undo his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty.
Oh.
If thou beest the same man, speak to me, for I am the same Amelia, who was married to you and bore you 2 sons. If thou beest the same Aegean, speak to me, speak to the same Amelia.
I dream not. Thou art Amelia.
Oh.
Thou art she. Tell me, where is that son that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
By men of Epidamnum. He and I, and the twin Dromio, both were taken up. And by and by, root fishermen from Corinth, did pull them out to the sea. And me they left with them of Epidamnum. And what became of them then, I cannot say. Me to this fortune that you see me in.
Why, here begins this morning story right. These 2 Antipholuses, these 2 so alike, and these 2 Dromios, one in semblance, beside her urging and her wreck at sea, these are the parents of these children which accidentally met together.
That's what it's all about.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
That would be me, gentle mistress.
And are not you my husband?
No, I say nay to that. Yet she did call me so.
And that is the chain, sir, which you had of me.
I think it be, sir, I deny it not.
And I, sir, for this chain arrested you. Sorry.
I sent you money, sir, to be for your bail by Dromio.
Dromio, maybe. Yep.
But I think you
This purse of ducats I received from you, and Dromio, my man, did bring it to me. I see we still did meet each other's man, and I was taken for him, and he for me, and thereupon these errors are arose. These ducats I pawned for my father there.
It shall not need, thy father hath his life.
Sir, I I must have that diamond from you.
33 years have I gone but in travail of you, my sons. And until this hour have I not been delivered my heavy burdens. The Duke, where's the Duke? The Duke, my husband, and my children both, and the calendars of their nativity, come with me to a feast. After so long grief, such festivity.
We got money and the necklace.
There is a fat friend at your master's house that kitchened me for you today at dinner. See, now she'll be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you are my glass, and not my brother. I see you, I am a sweet-faced youth. Will you walk into the festivities there?
Not I, sir. You are my elder.
That's a question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw cuts for the seniors. Till then, they'll go first.
We came into this world as brother and brother. Let us exit as so.
Generally, we do like a little, very quick little question and answer after the show. Guys, if you want to, I don't know if you're comfortable where you are, that's fine, or grab a chair. Does anybody have any questions for these guys in terms of working on the show or the program or
Comments?
life in general? Comments?
Hysterical outbursts?
Yeah.
How long have you guys
We started actually at the end of April. We originally thought we were only going to have 10 classes. We got a couple more, so we got up to 12 classes. And then the fact that the performance was postponed by a couple weeks, we actually managed to get in a couple more. So I think, in the end, within the end of April, we've had a couple breaks. But yeah. So not very long, actually, because it's only one class a week.
Still, it was very awesome. I missed the first half.
Oh,
Oh, and is it going to be on the TV?
no. You tell me.
Channel?
We have to ask the videographer.
Okay.
Only Mr. Kim can tell.
Only Mr. Kim knows.
I'm going to.
Sweet. All right.
To the point words, right, exactly. Good. Any other kind of comments, questions, whatever?
Hysterical outbursts?
We look forward to having y'all some in here.
Yeah,
Here.
really, yeah. Oh, also,
The more
yeah.
the better, okay?
The more the better,
We'll
right,
do it.
exactly, yeah. We had, we had lots of people in terms of like the education program, some people got transferred, et cetera. Next, if we are able to put this together again, we're hoping to start maybe a little bit earlier next year if we do come back, more like, not exactly January, but maybe February or March rather than April. We hope.
And yes, Sharon, we can come back.
Oh, okay. All right.
You should have spoke that on camera, of course. You deserve all.
And the system ended up being a little bit different this year. You had to put in for a kind of a form in order to get into the class. I'm going to probably take in a very large amount of people initially. One of the things that I discovered this time was that the kind of rotating schedule that I was kind of doing, whereas people dropped out, I added people in, didn't work very well for people actually being able to sort of learn the material because people were coming in late in the process. So instead, because we often have a high attrition rate just because of the world that we're inhabiting here, we'll probably start with a very large group and then hope to have a full cast by the end, but a full cast that's really knowledgeable in terms of the show. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
One more, sorry.
Sure.
How did you guys come about choosing this, and what will you choose on your next one?
We did 3 tragedies in a row and wanted to do a comedy.
Yeah, it's true,
I'm
right?
making an attempt at it.
Well, Tempest, yeah, exactly. Tempest got truncated. We did it. Generally,
Yes,
what we
okay.
try to do is actually do a dramatic play of his followed by some kind of either a comedy or a lighter history or something like that. And so it started with Julius Caesar, which was one of the tragedies, and then the COVID year we tried to do the Tempest, and then of course
Which ended up being a tragedy.
It was a tragedy because we all got locked down, right? And then a year and a half later, we came back and we did this exploration with I Am Hamlet.
During COVID. During COVID.
And there was, you
COVID
were in
part two.
lockdown.
And we did it
Yeah.
with masks on and the whole show.
Oh, you're right.
Exactly.
How
We didn't have
time
masks
flies. So we did that. Yeah, I mean, like I'm favoring something like Macbeth. Oh, sorry, you're not supposed to.
The play.
The Scottish play, Macbeth. You know, because I love Macbeth. It's got a lot of witches and a lot of magical elements, as well as a lot of just great characters and great speeches and stuff like that. And Margaret Hamilton will make an appearance. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
And if I may, earlier Sharon mentioned about the attrition rate and how things turn over based on people leaving and whatnot. People left because they were pursuing, higher learning,
Yeah, that's
collegiate pursuits.
Right.
And so
They went
that
together.
was in their pursuit of rehabilitation.
Right.
I say that because this is also a form of rehabilitation. It allows you to broaden your perspectives, to broaden your horizon, to step outside of, what the normal, what prison, concepts may be, in order to be put in a position to find a deeper part of yourself. So I'm saying if you're willing to, utilize your creativity, or maybe even find a depth of your creativity, by being willing to dig deeper inside yourself, to be willing to step out, find the strength to step out of your norm, right? This would be a perfect opportunity and environment to do so, right? Because that in itself also will help your rehabilitation, because when we enter society, Lord willing that happens, we're going to encounter positions that, acting to some degree will allow you to navigate. And first off, by just being willing to find out more who you are and your abilities, that's what you can do. So I would suggest and encourage you in that.
Awesome. Yeah, great way to, yeah. We do a lot of exploration of the language and sort of like how that takes us into ourselves, like what it says about ourselves. Even in a comedy play like this, we ended up talking about things like class and, who's on the bottom and who's on the top. Like, with Dromio's big speech where he has like, I get woken up with beatings. I'm beaten because it's cold. I'm beaten because it's hot. I'm beaten. And who has the right to do that? It's kind of Shakespeare's kind of an interesting writer, because even when he seems to be exploring I guess to use fancy language, the dominant cultural paradigm or whatever, he kind of like undercuts it by putting in a character that will say, sort of what everybody's really feeling or what everybody's really seeing. Or Adriana actually is another good example of a character. She, on the one hand, she's kind of like a classic comic character of this wife who gets cheated on, but she's given an extraordinary amount of stage time to actually express her point of view. And a case is made that the way that she's treated as a wife is not right, but is mainly explored through character. So it's a really interesting thing to sort of do. Al, you were going to add something, right?
It's kind of the same with what Earl is going with, is that this is my favorite group, and I'm like a group chaser. I do a lot of groups in prison, and this is by far my favorite group of any group to ever do, because when we come in the room, it's not about where you came from, what neighborhood you are, what car you may be in, or anything like that. It's about coming together and learning, like if we do Macbeth, it's going to be a Scottish king, or if we're going to do another play that's a Danish king, or how we're going to translate language. We're not talking about how broken we are, or how things are messed up in our lives. We are being treated like we are part of the, of academia of Beyond the Wall. We are being, exposed to culture that's been around since the start of, say, like 1585. We're not being treated like inmates. We're being treated as if we're intelligent individuals. And if so many of the other groups that we were offered would facilitate the same concept, it would just be an amazing form of positive growth to the people that not just participate in it, but just even the people that view it. So I'm incredibly appreciative to with the Marin Shakespeare Company. It's been my favorite part of prison, and I'm going to actually be leaving here in 44 days. And it's going to be, and the two things I'm going to brag about when I go home is being part of Hamlet and being part of Comedy Bears.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. All right, so it's Mark and then Jeremy. Who's the other person? Bill. All right, so yeah.
So this is the one group that I do that I have no responsibility in. It's awesome. I just get to come in and play and have fun and step outside my comfort zone, which is the front of the room, right? I get to step outside of my comfort zone and be somebody and learn how to be okay with being uncomfortable. It's one of the skills that I know I have to learn in order to be successful out in the real world, is that I have to be okay with being uncomfortable and be able to function in that space. And so getting up on stage in front of people, every time we do a play, I ask for the smallest part possible so that I don't have to be on stage. I end up 2 weeks before the actual play being told, no, you're one of the main roles. And because I'll do that. Partially because of our attrition rate, but also because I just will do that. I don't have any problem doing that. But I actually really, really enjoy forcing myself to do things that I'm not necessarily super comfortable doing. And it's one of the best parts of this program, is that I can be uncomfortable and know that there's people around me. As you heard us do, what's my line? And there's somebody there with a script who's gonna say the first 3 words of your next line and give you that. So I know that I'm safe in my uncomfortableness, and I know that I'll be caught, and it's just the most wonderful, fantastic, secure feeling in the world. So thank you, people.
It is one of the few groups that, like, I've worked in other institutions, and this is a group that I sometimes have to say, stop being so supportive, everyone. Because, everybody's actually so ready to leap in and help out, but sometimes, even when people don't really need help, like, especially as we get into the late stages and people are struggling with lines, but they need to have that struggle, we need to let them do it. People are leaping in to help them out. And also, along the lines of what you just said, I have to call out Michael here. Because Michael was our most valuable player in terms of, like, last minute, you volunteered to be officer number 2. Well, now I need you to be one of the major roles. Oh, and then the week before, now I need you to switch from this major role to a completely different major role. And, and he just was absolutely, he just picked it up and showed that struggle. And I think that actually showing the struggle on stage is, to me, one of the delights of actually seeing the humanity of, it is people up here. All right, so who was second? The night was Jeremy, and then
that was
Bill?
partially my fault because I had to go to class.
Right.
I'm missing statistics to be here right now. But I just want to bring up the fact that, kind of like how Mark said, he tries to take a smaller role, right? Everybody in this group has to be leaders and followers at different times, and knowing when to do that and being able to practice being a leader and a follower in the right moments in here is going to lead each one of us to being successful out there, right? You can't be a good leader without knowing that it's okay to follow somebody else at times, right? And we don't really learn that in other groups. We don't get the public speaking aspect of what we need in life, right? In any other group except for in this group, right? We're sitting here in front of you guys right now. We speak in front of each other in group, every group practicing our lines.
Sure, where do you go?
Right? And I think that's an important thing for people to remember is we're all being leaders and followers at any moment.
Great. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Bill, what were you going to add? You're going to add.
So I'm the opposite of Al. This is the only group I go to. And every time I come here, and there are days when I just don't want to come because of my physical issues.
Right, because you're recovering.
And every day I come here, I leave with a smile. It never fails. This group will pick up a bad day and make it a good day, and that's why I'll be back.
Good. Okay, Michael. I'm going to give Michael then Ian. Okay.
This is my second year of this. I enjoyed it the first year. I enjoyed it better this year because the thing is, I thought I was getting away with the little part when she said, I thought I was getting away with it, but next thing I know, Dixon, I'm like, yes. Michael, I'm like, yes. And I didn't falter or nothing. I jumped into it. I had the help of the group. I had the help of everybody. And I thank y'all for giving me that chance.
Oh, gosh. Good. Ian, go ahead.
I just wanted to speak to the process that has been so beneficial for me. My sister and wife, years ago when I first came to prison, insisted that I do acting. And this was in Southern California with a program called Actors Gang. which was improvisation, and I hated it. But I went every week, 3 hours once a week. And I was just like, no air conditioning, it was hot, it's down in Blythe. And I stuck it out for a few years down there, and then I managed to get up here. And I found out through Mark that they were doing more Shakespeare.
And
I got in. What?
And that there was air conditioning.
And there was air conditioning. But I wanted to speak to, it's that perseverance, because even though I really wasn't accustomed to acting, and I swore to myself since I was 6 years old, I would never act. But I followed the advice of my betters, my sister and my wife. Thank you. And I persevered. And, you know, every time we do this, it gets a little bit easier and a little bit easier, and I can have a little more fun. I hope you saw that I was having some fun today. And I hope that the next time we do it, that thank you for coming back, that I'll be able just to be a little bit better, a little more, know my lines a little better, and enjoy the next round just as much, if not more, than I enjoyed this round. So thank you so much for bringing this to us.
Thank you. I'd like to add on to everybody else also. I did Shakespeare at another prison once or so before. This prison is quite different, but for me, Shakespeare is very, very, very life-changing for me, because it really gives me something to look forward to and just go about my day and just be excited and just be the person that I want to be, and just go for everything that I wanted to go for in life that I don't have while I'm in here, so I can just be the best of myself every time that I'm in here. And I guess that's one of the most important and marvelous things that I get out of Shakespeare. And I think this is like the best class I've ever been in. And out of all the groups I've attended, all other groups, but this one, Shakespeare is like my #1 favorite, and I love Shakespeare.
I've got to thank you for your costuming.
Yeah.
And the way you rocked.
Can anybody pull off sequence like that?
You really rocked your costume. Earl, did you want to wrap it up for us?
Leslie, Matt, Sharon.
Yeah. Oh, he's calling us forward. Okay, all right.
And I'm sure when I say this, I will hope that I speak on behalf of everybody, right? It is because of your production and your willingness to keep the program running, and then you, even during times where you might not even have funding, to continue to be present, your devotion, that kind of like gives us, all right, and maybe I speak for all of us here, that has given us the opportunity, especially while in prison, to receive something that a lot of us did not receive, which ultimately was to get here. And that is a presence of love. You guys won't get to see that part. You only get to see what we put on. Your viewers, you don't get to see the part, the love that we receive from these wonderful ladies and individuals, because you're viewing only what they have produced through our acting.
And also kind of from each other.
Right, and indeed so, because it takes the love of each other to be devoted to at least being able to present what we have presented today. So I wanted to, on all our behalves, and maybe we can all, bow, nod our heads in agreement, right, to just thank these beautiful ladies, right, for the opportunity, and not only to put on a production, but to allow us to feel love as we go through it, because a lot of us miss that opportunity, and ultimately we end up being here, being in positions of being voided as human beings.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, Earl.
I think we have one thing to do.
Wait, one more question, or one more statement.
This is a statement to go along with what he said.
Uh-huh.
If I did not love Shakespeare, I would not be here.
Okay.
There you go.
Good for you, right, exactly. And keep that love alive.
You being here brings that.
Nice.
Brings that.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Thank you, Mr. Taylor, for
Finger on the nose.
Wait. You got something to say?
Finger on the nose.
Yeah. Oh, a picture of us? Okay.
Oh, finger on the nose for it.
Finger on the nose. Everybody remember who's the finger on the nose?
Sarah.
And the bow.
Sarah.